Hello, you Malty. Meandering marshmallow. Mooers? Something like that. And a big malt mention, thank you. That was a malt mention, by the way. You get it in this channel. A big malt mention, thank you to the provider called I Don't Get It. And welcome, malt mates, whiskey fans, and quality spirit curious people to my channel called The Whiskey Bothy. I'm Ralphie, and this is Ralphie Review 1045 Extras, in which I'm going to tell you the story of Terror Tower's mishap. Unfortunate. With a whiskey delivery. I'm going to read it out to you. And I'm basically going to give you the same advice I gave him. Now, Terror Tower is a Patreon subscriber. And this means that there's an awful lot more conversation going on. As all Patreon subscribers, they're giving each other advice. We've got a Discord channel, very active Discord channel, extra content, extra videos, and I tend to have even extra rants and stuff. So we kind of go into a bit more depth with things. So it becomes a sort of safe space for someone who's had a particular problem with a whiskey to basically go and discuss it, which is exactly what's happened here. I'm going to tell you Terror Tower's story. Hi, Ralphie. So here's my story ready for the extras video, because I said I would be making an extras video around this for whoever you choose to make it, for whenever you choose to make it. So back in July of this year, 2024, I purchased a bottle of Elysium Foursquare rum, a version that was made exclusively for the Whiskey Exchange, which is a major online retailer based in London that has a good, solid reputation. Several days later, I received my bottle. Now, I want to state at this point that I've been a regular customer of the Whiskey Exchange for many years, and the delivery of their packaging is very, very good. It's strong cardboard boxes, and importantly, inside the cardboard box, there's separators, and they line the base of the box. Now, can you see inside? The base of the box is actually lined with bubble wrap. Excuse me a second. Get off. Go and sit in the box. Go and sit in the box. I know you want the box. You can have the bubble wrap as well. And the other bits and pieces, you little scallywag. So, the Whiskey Exchange are very good at packaging up their deliveries. Now, this applies to every retailer who's sending anything through the postal service wherever. You seriously need to super pad the boxes when wrapping the bottles themselves, because you don't want to be reliant on plastic because of the environmental impact. They use this, which is basically corrugated cardboard. It's cut up off a roll, and it makes it springy. It's biodegradable. It's excellent. It's perfect for purpose, and it helps the atmosphere, the environment. So I can confirm that this is a good, solid retailer. No, you little brat! You're just winding me up. Get out! You're banished. Banished. And you're making a mess of their script here. However, when I opened it, I discovered the bottle had very obviously been tampered with, as the seal and the cork had been wrapped up in a large amount of parcel tape, the same tape used by the delivery couriers who delivered the bottle, printed with their brand logo. And the bottle of rum was missing more than 50% of its contents. There was no leaks. The bottle was completely dry, so was the cork and the seal, and I immediately began taking photos of it as proof for later use. Now, I want to come in again here. Terror Tower did absolutely the right thing. As soon as you ever encounter an issue with courier delivery, take photographs, take videos. Don't leave it till later. Don't do as an afterthought. If you're opening up a parcel and you can see something's wrong, if you get a box and you can see a damp patch where a bottle's broken and it's still wrapped and sealed with all the tape and the label on top, start taking photographs then, because that confirms the authenticity of your situation. This is so important. At the very earliest stage, take photographs for evidence and ideally some video, a walk around video of your parcel. Also, if you have someone who's a witness, that is helpful. Not everybody has that, but your best witness are the photographs. This is not unusual. It's happened before. But you also get chancers out there who can try and swing an extra bottle of whiskey claiming that a bottle arrived and it was cracked or it was broken and they've done it themselves. This is something that retailers have to contend with that they don't discuss. The chancers, the fraudsters. People do this. Not often, but it happens. But by far the majority of any courier issues are frankly legitimate. In this case, we're already getting valuable clues about the fact the bottle is completely intact, the seal has been removed, it's half empty, and then resealed with parcel tape. That's telling me potentially someone has a serious alcohol addiction problem. They knew it was a bottle and they couldn't resist. They were desperate for alcohol. That's what it tells me. However, in fairness, I'm second guessing here and I'm making presumptions. Let's carry on. Upon further inspection, the seal was very visibly distressed, as if someone had tried tugging at it. I removed the seal and the cork came off with it in one piece. In my opinion, this clearly indicates someone had forcibly opened the bottle and either consumed, taken, or just removed the rum from the bottle. And with the tape around the seal being printed with the delivery company's logo, this must have taken place at the depot / sorting office of the couriers, in other words, where the tape would be, or potentially in the van where it's being delivered. Also important to note that I later poured out the remainder of the bottle as it very easily could have been contaminated. I did this later after taking photos. Very important. Terror Tower did exactly the right thing, what I would do in the circumstances. When a bottle has been tampered with, interfered with, goodness knows what's now in that bottle. It could be fentanyl, frankly. It could be laced with fentanyl. When people are doing really, really dumb things, allegedly in transit, where does it end? Where does it stop? That bottle could have been laced with poison. They could have put pee in the bottle if they'd consumed the whole bottle and tried to half fill it again, or what. Goodness knows. So you never ever, you keep that bottle aside as evidence until you have contacted the retailer and had a complete resolution to the situation. I informed the Whisky Exchange immediately and they were quick in their response. As I would expect from the Whisky Exchange, they are a professional outfit. After giving them the order reference and purchase order number, they soon apologised and sent out a replacement bottle which arrived as normal, intact and untampered. They also told me that they would look into this further with the courier service, as they took my incident very seriously and were extremely apologetic and accommodating. In my opinion, the Whisky Exchange couldn't have dealt with this better. Very professional and very speedy with their assistance and sending out a replacement bottle. Hopefully this won't happen again, but always good to share these type of incidents with others when they occur. Absolutely. I've discussed this with Terror Tower. I said I would be producing a extras video to share his story, to share this story with you, to give my overview here, which I'm going to conclude with right now. And I have to say, I'm going to cover my ass here and say that, in my opinion, and I'm speculating, it's a single bottle delivery. The weight of it, the shape of it, the splosh when it's shaken, it's a bottle of something. The note on it says the Whiskey Exchange is the supplier's address. At which point, if someone has a serious alcohol addiction problem, and there are people who are seriously struggling out there, by the way, they need all the help they can get and the support. It's been too much of a temptation. They have just said, what the hell? They have entered the package, they have removed the seal, they have consumed half a bottle and thought, right, okay, that's enough. That'll see me through my afternoon shift. Allegedly. And they've put the seal back on, and then they have further incriminated themselves as the courier by wrapping the seal with their own branded tape. This is a situation where the courier themselves have to act very, very promptly, not only for the security of their clients, but really for the safety of someone in their employment who has potentially a chronic alcohol dependency problem and is a threat not just to their own personal health, but to those immediately around them. Now, it could be someone in a sorting office who's static and stationary, but then they're going to jump in a car at the end of their shift. If they're out driving and delivering the packages, even worse. They're out on the road with half a bottle of whiskey in their tummy. That's serious. That's a danger to any passing by, any other motorist, men, women and children. So, thank you, Terror Tower, for sharing this with us, that I can share it with the world. And I must commend the Whiskey Exchange for what is self-evidently the absolute professionalism in which they resolved this situation. And frankly, having had deals with them over many years, I wouldn't expect anything less. They're a big team now, but a good bunch of folk there. And there you have it. There is the story of Terror Tower's mishap. And I hope it doesn't happen to you, but if it does, remember, very important, as soon as you notice anything wrong, a damp patch in a cardboard box, an interference with the seals, get your camera out and start taking lots and lots and lots of photographs. Then you can go back to the seller that you bought the item from, and you can help them far more effectively sort the problem out. See you soon, folks.